give Detroit a different look, first of all. My hometown, Detroit, Michigan, because these donations are being made on behalf of some great businesses in Detroit, as well as my foundation, the Kid Rock Foundation, which I might add operates at 0% overhead. Now, one penny goes out if it's not to an organization or people who really need the money. And it goes around the song Care that I have on now, and I was kind of sitting around wondering what do I do with myself now that my son went to college after being a single father for many years. I kind of thought, well, maybe get back to doing what you love. What do you love most outside of friends and family? That was music. So I said, man, I think it'd be great to go out and just play a tour. It's not about the money. Just play smaller venues and reconnect with the fans and just go out really just for the love of music, and at the same time be able to say that even though in Detroit we don't have a lot on our plate right now, that we are willing to take some of that and try to help people in other communities around the country where we're playing our shows at. So that's what we're doing here today. We're going to give away a total of $375,000 over 12 cities. And hopefully shine some lights on everything these organizations are doing and some of the stories that are involved with them, and have some fun and play some rock and roll at the same time too. So I'm gonna turn it over, start ladies first, and let everyone explain kind of what their foundations are and what we're helping out.
Hey everybody, can you hear me? Okay, so my name is Ashley Boulder, and I am the Director of Communications and Annual Giving at Safe House Denver. And Safe House Denver is a nonprofit domestic violence agency that's been serving the community here in the Metro Denver area since 1977. We like to describe our services as the four corners of a house. So first we have an emergency shelter. Secondly, we offer non-residential counseling and advocacy services. We also have a community education department. And lastly, we do a 24-hour crisis and information line for individuals and concerned family members to access our services and receive support. Especially around the holidays, for a lot of our clients, this can be a bittersweet time. Sometimes there's a lack of resources or no access to resources to purchase holiday gifts and truly celebrate the holidays. So we're incredibly grateful and appreciative to Kid Rock and to the Kid Rock Foundation. The funds that we receive tonight will be used to purchase bicycles for the kids at our shelter and the kids that are receiving services at Safe House Denver. So, though we can't have a client here tonight due to the sensitive nature of the work that we do, on behalf of everyone at Safe House, the many clients that we serve, our board of directors, staff and volunteers, we offer our deepest appreciation. Thank you so much.
Well, I'm not as cool as she is, but I'm Dice. I'm the president of the Rocky Mountain chapter of Bikers Against Child Abuse in Baca. We're an international organization. Bikers Against Child Abuse, we're just one chapter here in the Denver area. We are a body of bikers that our primary goal is to empower kids to not be afraid of the world in which they live. We look at the fear that goes through an abused kid's mind, from going to court or anything like that, deal with the hurt. That's what we are here for. We strive to work with local law enforcement and the agencies that are already put in place to help those kids. And we'll do whatever it takes. You'll see, most of our members wearing patches that say that. Whether it's night or day, 24/7, 365, those kids are afraid, we'll go out and we'll be there to empower them. We don't advocate violence. We're not a vigilante group. However, if we are the only thing between that child and future abuse, we stand ready to be that obstacle. So we've been around since 1993. The first chapter was founded in Utah. The Rocky Mountain chapter here, we've been in Denver now for 2 years, and we've got 3 other chapters here in Colorado. So chances are pretty good where we are. You're not too far away from Baca. So lots to do there. We're hugely appreciative of the opportunity that we're getting from Baca here and the Kid Rock Foundation, and everything that we're going to be able to do with it. The money that we'll get from it will go directly to helping the kids. Similar to what I heard talking about with the organization. Nobody in our organization organization who draws a paycheck. We are 100% a volunteer organization that volunteers of our time when the kids need us.
Rob. My name is Matthew Fine from the Excelsior Youth Center. First of all, I'd like to thank the work from Safe House and LACA. They do some extraordinary things in the community. Excelsior is a nonprofit treatment center, 160 beds. We've been around since 1973. We work exclusively with females with emotional and behavioral disabilities, and I've been there for about 18 years. And I've worked in almost every capacity. About a year ago, we started a community-based program when we started to see kids that we worked with in residential fail when they returned to the community. So we decided to make a continuum of care. One of the first clients that we worked with was Josie. And when I first said, hey, would you like to do this? She said, if my story can help another girl seek out treatment, I'll do whatever it takes. And that's kind of the courage that a lot of our kids have in facing their abuse, facing their trauma, and going into the communities that abused and traumatized them with the courage to start a new life and start over. So we are very appreciative of the generosity of the Kid Rock Foundation businesses in Detroit. We're going to use that money to support Josie. She has found an alternative school that has helped her maintain her sobriety. And very, very supportive of her. And from a young lady that could not attend class daily is going every day and called me recently to say, hey, I got 100% on my math test. So that made me kind of feel good inside. And we do a lot of good work along with these folks. Thank you very much for your generosity.
All right. Good stuff going on in Denver. I like it. And I'll just make one more note here that we actually have someone that we hired outside of our foundation that researches all these organizations that we donate to. So someone has put in that in, and I can vouch for everyone up here that they are doing great things. And, you know, there's a lot of nonprofits out there. And some can be a little shady at times. And this is 3 examples of 3 that are absolutely not in any way, shape, or form. They're really doing great stuff here in Denver. So if anybody has any questions.
Hey, my name is Howie from Alice 105 here in Denver. And number one, I wanted to tell all the 3 representatives from the local charities that are here, the organizations, that if there's anything at any time that I can do on a local level here for you guys, by all means, you know, you can find me. Do a lot of stuff with the Children's Miracle Network, Children's Hospital. And as a father of 3 daughters, I really appreciate the fact that you guys are here doing this tonight. And I have a couple questions actually for you, kid. Is number one, my oldest daughter, she's off to college, first year this year. And I know you were saying that your son's the same thing. And so I was wondering if there was anything, you know, that you could say to the young kids that are out there that may be kind of doubting where we're at here in America, you know, struggling a little bit with the things that are going on. What kind of inspiration, what kind of words could you give to the kids, the youth of America that's growing up right now that maybe you've already talked to your son about, or did you just like to maybe get across to a kid out there that's struggling and looking for a word from somebody like you?
My big thing is always with my son, or anyone that asks for my 2 cents, has been don't hang out with knuckleheads. Try to surround yourself with good people. That seems to have worked for myself and friends and people I'm around. And, you know, from everything, keep my band together. It's having a tight family and a good relationship with my son. It's just don't hang out with knuckleheads.
And being a single parent too, because you know I'm a single father myself. You know, it's really important, I think, to make sure the kids, you know, they hang out with the right crowd, you know, and do the right thing. So, question number 2, you know, coming here from Detroit, I know Detroit right now is you know, it's hurting like everybody else is. And you know, as a proud owner of a brand new American-made car, I want to know, you know, what's the general consensus of the people there? I mean, are they optimistic about the future? I mean, what are they thinking right now?
Yeah, Detroit, there's a lot of good stuff going on, and there's no doubt we have an image that's, you know, rightfully in place in a lot of ways. It's sad it is to say, but being there and doing a lot of things and really, you know, putting my feet in the community now and seeing all the things that are going on, these businesses behind me that are doing great things there. I'm just a real firm believer of not only seeing this stuff start to happen for better change now. There's just when you have a lot of people like these businesses behind me, myself, and a lot of other people around there who just care about what's going on in Detroit, care about, you know, what our future is going to be, that there's bound to be a change because of human spirit. I think it's that powerful. So it's kind of what I'm out doing here, kind of a weird kind of ambassador of goodwill from Detroit, something like that.
You're doing, these stadium tours. You've been around the world. You're an international superstar. For you to come here and kind of strip down like this, and come and play in a venue where it's intimate, and people can really see and feel like they're having an experience with Kid Rock, for me says a lot, man. I mean, my hat goes off to you for coming here and doing this tonight. I mean, it's moved me just to know that you're the kind of guy that's willing to come here and do something like this. And so for that, I thank you. And on a personal note, like you're with your new single, Cares. What's it like for you when you write music? Do you sit down and like pull out a block of time and say, I'm going to write a song, or does it just come to you? Do you keep writing pieces? What's writing music like for Kid Rock?
I feel like no matter where I go or what I'm doing, I'm always writing in my head. When I meet somebody, it's a touching story, or it's just something inspired to feel. But kind of like anyone else, I got a little studio on my property, and kind of get up, have my Cheerios, and then go over there and sit down and try to make some music, write music. That's what I do, and it's good work if you can get it.
When you finish, do you go, that's going to be a hit, or do you go, that song sucks?
Sometimes, when I remember when I wrote Picture, I felt like that. I was like, wow, I was kind of like, wow, I can't believe you wrote that. and then other times, you think you got something that's the greatest thing in the world, play it for a few of your friends, they're just like, wah, wah, wah.
So it happens to you, I guess, huh?
Yeah.
All right, well, thanks again, man, for everybody here in Denver. Thanks for coming, and thanks for everybody in the charities for doing a great job, too. Thank you.
Thank you. Anybody else?
So what we'll do is we'll just slide this table away, do a photo.
Picture time.
Photo of each of the
The
artists.
second photo.